This video will take you through a full body warm-up that will focus on lower body, core, and upper body so that you'll be good to go for pretty much any workout. Let's begin. We are going to start in a plank on your hands. So we'll go ahead and get into that position, finding that nice solid plank here. We want to make sure that shoulders are directly over wrists. Your heels are reaching toward the wall behind you, and start to engage the quads and the glutes. Good. From here, we're going to scoop out the belly, lifting up into a down dog. Go ahead and feel the stretch for a few moments. If you want to pedal through your feet, feel free to do so. Otherwise, you can hold the down dog in stillness. And then we're going to walk hands to feet, hanging over the legs for a moment, keeping a soft bend in the knees and letting the neck relax. From here, we're going to roll up to the top one vertebrae at a time. The head is the last to arrive, and then we're going to circle the arms up overhead. Go ahead and take a nice big twist over to the right. Your left arm's going to reach forward as the right arm comes back, and make sure your hips are square, so try not to let that right hip pull back. You want to keep it in line with the left facing forward. Good. Go ahead and lift the arms as we come up through center, and then we'll take that over to the other side. Left arm back, right arm forward, looking toward the left fingers. Standing up nice and tall. Good. Reaching the arms up overhead as we come through center, and then we're going to dive forward over the legs and walk back out to a plank. So we're going to do that one more time, starting with our plank hold position here. Lengthening out the spine, making sure your hips are in line with shoulders. Good, and make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath here. Good, about 8 more seconds to go. All right, now we're gonna lift the hips up into a down dog, holding the stretch once again. And then we're gonna walk hands to feet, hanging over the legs for a few moments. Make sure to keep a soft bend in the knees here since we're still warming up. And then go ahead and roll it up to the top, one vertebrae at a time. Arms lift overhead. And this time, let's go over to the left first. Bring right arm forward, left arm back. Looking toward the left fingers, and actively pull that left hip forward so that it remains facing front. Good. Go ahead and lift the arms up through center. And then we'll come over to the right. Nice big twist here. Lifting from the crown of the head. Lift the arms up through center. And then we're going to swan dive forward over the legs, walking it back out to a plank. From here, we're going to lower the knees and go ahead and walk them in so they're directly below the hips. We're going to extend the right arm and left leg. That leg is going to be just 2 or 3 inches above the ground to avoid arching the back. Go ahead and switch sides. Good, and we'll switch. Your gaze should be about 1 foot to 1.5 feet in front of your fingertips, and switch. Good, and switch. And switch. Good, we have 1 more each side. Keep that core engaged, belly button presses to spine. And last time. Great. All right, so from here, we're gonna lay on our back. You're gonna rest your head, hands are down by your sides. Legs lift straight up in the air. From here, you're gonna keep the right leg where it is, and the left leg's gonna lower to the floor, hovering a couple inches above the ground, and then bring that leg back up to the top. Good, left leg again, we're gonna lower down to the floor, and up, good. Keep going at that pace with the left leg. You wanna keep your spine flat on the floor, close your rib cage, and sink the belly button down. Good, 2 more on this side. And making sure you're breathing. All right, and second side. Right leg lowers, nice and slow. Feel the core lift that leg back up to the top, and again. Controlled on the way down, and the core pulls that leg back up. Again. Okay, make sure your spine is still on the ground. If the back is arching, go ahead and reset. Great, 2 more times here. Good, all right, and go ahead and bring your feet to the ground. We're gonna set up for some bridges. So you want your feet to be about hip distance apart. We're gonna tuck the tailbone, imprinting the spine on the ground, and then we're slowly gonna peel that spine up 1 vertebrae at a time. Holding for a second or 2 at the top, and then we're gonna place that spine back down 1 vertebrae at a time. Good, and we're gonna do that again. Keep the same pace. So I want you to feel your core engaging, especially at the top. We wanna feel that rib cage knit together. And back down. Lifting up again, feeling your heels helping to lift the hips up. We wanna have a straight line from the knees down to the shoulders at the top. We don't wanna be higher than that because that's gonna put us in hyperextension. And we don't want to be lower than that because you're not getting enough engagement from the glutes. Good, we're going to do 3 more bridges. Keeping that core engaged, feeling the core muscles pull in and up. Belly button reaches toward the spine. Okay, try to keep the shoulders relaxed. And we have 1 more. Great. Okay, so we're gonna come up to standing, finishing up with a warm-up for our legs. So you're gonna have your feet together, legs together as well. Lift the arms up overhead. You're gonna sit your hips back like you're sitting in a chair, keeping your spine long. And then we're gonna come back up to the top. Good. So keep that rib cage closed, core engaged, sitting the hips back, pressing the legs together as hard as you can. And then squeeze the glutes as you come back up to standing. Good, lowering nice and slow. Pressing the shoulders away from the ears. Good, you got it. Feel those quads begin to burn. Almost there. Good, we're gonna do 4 more of these. And then we'll finish up with some pulses. Good, we're still breathing, pressing all 10 toes into the ground. On this next one, we're gonna hold it low, and you're gonna begin to pulse up an inch, down an inch. Try not to go too fast, we wanna avoid bouncing. You wanna continue squeezing the legs together and feel the quads doing all the work here. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up. And we are finished. Thank you for joining me for the warm-up and have a great workout.